divorces are increasing after having kids because the other person start thinking, I think the women start thinking that our conflicts will affect our kids, so let's get divorced. And how can that be prevented? By communication, by therapy, by both of them understanding each other, because I think divorce rate are increasing tremendously, and then extramarital affairs also.
Oh my God, we're really touching the tough ones now, right? Uh, yeah. Why are the divorces happening? Divorces are happening because the gender roles are not as strict as they were earlier. Divorces are happening because there is a lot of extended family or parental control over either or
Either of the
both.
couple.
Yeah. Divorces are happening because, yes, now parents are getting more and more aware that if they have a bad relationship, their children are going to take that trauma forward. And what is the antidote to that? It's the same thing.
Yes.
When there is a conflict, you seek help right away because a divorce is the last stage of complete breakdown on communication and love or whatever you talk about. The stigma around therapy, the stigma around mental health counseling has been so big that we've just kept it too hidden. So divorce rate is also growing because there's more self-awareness. I'm not too sure if it's growing for reasons that we are talking about, but it's also growing because there are women who are more financially independent today. In our parents' lives or parents' generation, people didn't have a way to live. So it doesn't mean that there were great marriages then as well.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah.
That's right.
But yes, what to do? Divorce is never the way out. Divorce is only, and I probably send that to you as well. I've got this beautiful article in Times of India, which I penned down some time ago, where what do you do if you have a bad relationship? Is divorce the way out or not? Should you stay back for your kids or not? And I only have one answer to that. If it's a relationship which is abusive, if it is a relationship which is rendering you completely powerless, and it could be man or woman, both, and that abuse is what your children are seeing, even if they don't have it in their own lives, they are seeing. And there is no way out because the person that you're married to has huge amount of trauma, is not interested in learning, has a huge mental health issue, which you've tried everything to and nothing can be done. I think it's better to get out because one person in a child's life who is absolutely committed is enough. But yes, father or mother in their lives is a bonus, which I think everybody should have. But if not,
It's one person.
it's the work you do. And people live in bad marriages not because they want to, because they don't know how to make it better. It's again learning. If you don't go to therapy, if you don't learn about human behavior, if you don't know where you are stuck, maybe you're bringing social conditioning, maybe you're bringing your own trauma to the marriage. Till the time you're not self-aware, you can't do the work. So just getting up and taking help the moment you think that this is going to be detrimental for us and our children, um, it can really bring the divorce rates down. But again, there's so much stigma around it still that taking help means that we are weaker people ourselves.
I truly agree to you because I into this space and I got to talk a lot to moms, and when I put a podcast on mental health, A lot of them message me, okay, whom should I contact? I don't want to tell my family. I don't want to tell my husband that I'm suffering from this or I'm having this problem. Can I have an online consultation with somebody? Matlab, I feel that why you can't tell your husband? Why it is like that?
Because where are they coming from?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of problems, Garima, go back to patriarchy, go back to gender inequality, go back to um, how we've been in the social ecosystem that we live in. But it's a good idea, even if you can do it on your own without telling, because when your own power within ignites, that's when you'll be ready to tell as well. But you have to first come out of the dungeon yourself. You know, when somebody clicks the button to finally come for therapy, the work has already started then. Because you need a lot of, power within, you need a lot of courage, you need a lot of understanding of your own situation to know that I'm in this uh, dungeon. I'm at the bottom of the ocean. I don't know where to go. It doesn't matter even if the people in my life don't understand and don't know and I can't take help. I have somebody out there and there is a professional service. So there's somebody who I can heart connect to. It's just a good idea to come because that step of telling your husband will come as well. Once you are empowered, only you will get there, right?
I agree
Because
totally.
that husband
Makes
could be
sense.
coming with a very difficult notion of घर की बात बाहर नहीं जानी चाहिए, which is a huge social conditioning that we live with. You know, a lot of abusing families or dysfunctional families keep going on and repeating the patterns because we've been taught very early in our lives कि घर की बात बाहर नहीं जानी चाहिए.
So
If that is the case, and one person has gotten empowered enough or heard that there is help, I would say find it however way, and good therapists, I must tell you, um, are not doing this work to make millions out of it. Good therapists out there understand why people can't come. They understand how their hands are tied. But somebody has to come and seek help and tell me that, Sakshi, I can't pay. I'm like stuck. I can only pay this much. Help me. I will never say no, Karan.
that's so sweet of you.
But that's required because I know if she was okay and if she was not in the dungeon, then her life would be okay. Then she doesn't need me.
Absolutely.
She needs somebody to get her out of that ditch. And if I do this, and I know how to do this, and I understand human behavior, then it's not just my duty, it's my privilege. So if some people in this world can find their own power within thanks to me, if they can live better lives thanks to me, I'm done. My purpose in my life is done. But somebody needs to be able to, if somebody doesn't ask for help or doesn't make the contact, how do I know?
So that's what my husband say a line which is very beautiful. बात करने से ही बात बनती है.
Oh yeah, I mean, and that's such an interesting thing because good businessmen really know this well. You know, by the way, my husband says the same thing. Because जब पूछा ही नहीं तो मिलेगा कैसे जिंदगी में कुछ, right?